6.3, though, with time conversion, it's not a homework, by the way. So in the last two sections and in future sections, you'll have the conversion factors with you. With time conversion, we do expect you guys to have these memorized. So just understand, at least in the past, they do not give you time conversions themselves. We need you to know that 60 seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour, 24 hours is a day, and 7 days is a week. If it's a year, then usually they'll tell you, they'll say, make the assumption that it's 365 days a year. That way you don't have to worry about is it a leap year or something like that. So select the unit that best fits the scenario. The baby started walking when she was. Again, we're looking at time here. Now, whether you have your own kids or not, hopefully you have a little bit of background of when kids start walking. So hopefully you don't put years on this. Hopefully you don't put seconds or minutes or even days. I wouldn't even put weeks on this one. That seems really early. I would probably put months on this one. At 13 months, a baby started walking. It just makes the most sense given the other values or quantities that were given: days, hours, minutes, seconds, and so forth. So we're back to conversion factors. Again, we're just going to be using these conversion factors, which again you do need to memorize. Hopefully you have them memorized. And we'll be using these for the dimensional analysis. So use dimensional analysis to convert 7 days to minutes. Now, while some of you guys could probably do this in your head, just on the homework, it's going to require the dimensional analysis, just like we saw in 6.1, where you have to fill in the labels and the numbers. Okay, so let's go through this one. We got 7 days. I'm going to make it 7 over 1. And we want to know how many minutes this is. So I'm going to convert first 7 days into hours. Again, I'm looking at the conversion factors. There's no direct conversion from days to minutes. At least I'm not seeing any. So I know I need to take my days, and if I can convert them to hours, I have an hour to minute relationship. Again, we want you to have these memorized. So I don't really need to worry about a seconds relationship with hours or days. So let's convert these 7 days into hours using 1 day is 24 hours. Well, I know I need the days to cancel out, and I want to change this into hours. It's 24 hours for 1 day. Now, when I figure this out, it's going to tell me how many hours are in 7 days or a full week, right? The days are going to cancel out. 7 times 24, we can put that in the calculator, which I'll do, because I'm afraid I'll make a mistake if I do it in my head. 168 hours. Well, I want this conversion now from hours into minutes, which is what we want the answer in, because in the top here it says convert 7 days to minutes. So we'll convert this into minutes with the conversion factor from hours to minutes, knowing I need to cancel out hours, changing it into minutes. 60 minutes for 1 hour, and then that will change this into minutes. So the hours cancel out. I got a 1 times 1 in the denominator, so in the numerator I just do 168 times 60. I'll do in the calculator there 10,080. Yep. In minutes. So a full week in minutes would be 10,080 minutes. All right, what about converting 8 hours to seconds? And again, in my mind, if we have at least these conversion factors memorized, there is no direct conversion from hours to seconds. Now, if you know that there are 3,600 seconds in an hour, you could use one conversion factor for this. But if you don't, if you just have these basic one memorized, that's fine. It should still work. So we're going to start with 8 hours. And again, I'll make it over 1. And I'm going to convert this first into... Oh, it's 8 hours to seconds. I need to convert this into minutes first. And then I'll convert that into seconds. So I need hours to cancel out, so I have hours in the denominator in green there. Changing this into minutes, so I have that in the numerator. I know it's 60 minutes for 1 hour. And now we see the hours cancel. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 60 would be 480 in minutes. And again, I don't need the denominator on this one. 1 times 1 is just 1. Well, I apologize. I'll use it here because I need a next conversion, which is going to change 480 minutes into seconds. So we're going to multiply this by conversion factor with minutes in the denominator so that the minutes cancel out compared with seconds. Well, it's 60 seconds for 1 minute. And now I got 480 times 60. Yes, the minutes do cancel out. And so in my calculator I got 480 times 60, which is 28,800 seconds. Now I just put S for seconds. You know, if you want to write the whole word out, that's fine. But I'm a lazy math guy, so I just put S. And yeah, if you want to put the comma in there, that's fine with me too. Whatever you like. So we're seeing constantly this dimensional analysis with this stuff. Let's use it for this one also. 400 minutes over 1. We're going to convert this into hours. And yes, we do have a direct conversion factor for minutes to hours. And that's 60 minutes for 1 hour. But in this case, we are canceling out the minutes. So I need, in purple there, the minutes in the denominator, converting this into hours. We'll round to the nearest tenth as needed. 1 hour for 60 minutes. And yes, the minutes would cancel out, leaving us with hours, which is what we want. So the numerator, 400 times 1 is 400. The denominator, 1 times 60 is 60. And I'll type this into my calculator. 400 divided by 60. And that'll give me the decimal. 6.6 repeating. It said it round to the nearest tenth, so you get a bunch of sixes here. And then maybe a 7, but I rounded to the nearest tenth. I'd see that the 6 in the hundredths place value is 5 or more, which means I need to add 1 to my tenths, making that 6.7 hours after rounding. All right, write 7 minutes 33 seconds in seconds. So in other words, 7 minutes 33 seconds. How many seconds is that total? Well, what I need to do on this one is change 7 minutes into seconds. I need to know how many seconds there are in 7 minutes. Now, if you know, you're just going to take 7 times 60, that's fine, but I'm going to show the dimensional analysis for this one, even though we are a little short on time. 7 minutes over 1, I know that we're converting this into seconds, so I have a minutes to seconds ratio, or conversion factor. It's 60 seconds for 1 minute. So the minutes do cancel, just like we thought they would. 7 times 60 is 420. Now that's how many seconds 7 minutes is. But we also have the 33 seconds from the top up there, right? These 33 seconds. So how many total seconds is that? 420 plus 33, 453 seconds total. All right, convert 4 days to seconds. You know what? You guys try this one. Convert 4 days to seconds. We'll give you guys 30 seconds to do that. 30 seconds. Try this one out. Go. So I've written 4 days over 1. And we'll convert this to seconds, right? But again, I don't know the direct conversion, or we may not all know the direct conversion from days to seconds. So I'm going to change the days first into hours. And, well, I need the days to cancel out. Changing this to hours. It's 24 hours for one day. So our days do cancel, which leaves us with hours. 4 times 24 is going to give us 96 hours. Well, I'll make that over 1 again because this is not yet in seconds. If I change my hours to minutes, then I'm much closer though. So to change these hours into minutes, I got hours in the denominator, minutes in the numerator. The hours do cancel out. It's 60 minutes for 1 hour. So now I got 96 times 60, which I will put in my calculator because I don't know what that is. 96 times 60 is 5,760 minutes. So 4 days is the same as 5,760 minutes. But again, I need to convert this into seconds. So I'm going to multiply this by my conversion factor with minutes in the denominator, so they cancel, and seconds in the numerator. It's 60 seconds for 1 minute. And again, we see the minutes cancel out. And I've got that 5,760 times 60. I don't need to worry about the denominator because it's just 1 times 1. So I get, it's a lot of seconds, 345,600 seconds. And that would be our answer for this problem.